Hello everyone, it's Red with RedDragonLeo.com, and looks like we're going to have more of the same old crap this week. Just more of the nonsense, reality, and the market being on opposite sides of the coin as usual. No matter what happens over there in Europe, it does not matter. If the whole world falls apart, the stock market is going to continue to rally, it seems. It's very, very frustrating that there's such a disconnect between them. But that's just the way it is. There's nothing we can do about it. Just try to anticipate it and think like a computer and not like a human being. So, yes, it's hard to do. But looking at the 4-hour chart here, it's about 7:18 here, about an hour and 18 minutes into the Sunday pre-market, and you can see the market's already up 7. It was up here all the way up to 1260 right here, so you can see that would be up 17 or 18, actually more than that. The high right there on that candle was 1262, 17, 18, 19, could be up 19 points. Now here's the catch. The 4-hour chart, this is the 4-hour chart, and you can see how overbought it is here, and you know, this would have been the area to go short at. You look at it, if you had not seen this section, you know, from here to here, and that big bar that they tricked everyone and stole everyone's money, you would have thought that we would have sold off right here, because the 4-hour, 2-hour, 60-minute, everything was rolling over. But they turned it right back up, and you see what they've done right here. And so now you can see that they are going down and probably going to curl this 4-hour up and turn it right back up and rally it tomorrow, Monday. So I don't expect much to happen on Monday for the bears at all. Matter of fact, it could be a bullish day. You can see here on the 2-hour chart, it is went down almost to the 0 level and is working its way up. Does that mean that it's going to curl up? No guarantee. No, of course not. But you got to favor the bulls, because the bulls win 99% of this time. The bears don't. So, you know, you would only think that we're going to go below there when the market is, when the daily chart is pointing down, and the daily chart is still pointing up. So you would tend to believe that we will go down here close to the 0 level and then turn back up on the 2-hour chart as well, which I think will happen by tomorrow morning. And same thing here on the 60-minute chart, I'm sure. As you can see, they've literally worked off all of the overbought conditions and are down here and actually getting, oh, I wouldn't say oversold. I mean, you could be down here negative 7.5, negative 5, whatever, to be oversold. But considering the daily's pointing up, then zero's kind of being oversold. And the histogram bars there are in the red and turning back up. You can see when you zoom in on them, you can see right there that they're turning right back up. So if you go to the daily chart, you'll see as well on the daily, we are getting up in overbought territory. Yes, absolutely. We should roll over, but I don't know if we're going to or not. Now, you can look at this and you can see the MACD is quite high, just around 8 or 9 right there, and you can see where it was right here. But the market did continue up while the MACD finally went down and started putting in a negative divergence. So this is quite high, this section in here, but obviously the weekly charts at that point were pointing up, and they're not really doing that now at this stage. So this would lead you to believe that we don't have too much further to go before this rolls over. When this is said and done, you would think that you would actually put in a negative divergence if you drew a line from here down to wherever this one's going to come. Maybe it goes up here to 10 by Monday and Tuesday, then rolls over. It would lead me to believe that because of that the Illuminati.org website's countdown is on December 7th. Which, well, that's Wednesday, and that could very easily be a top in the market just based upon these charts. So obviously some of your targets are right here. You can see this necktie of resistance right here on the SPX. This is a trend line started on 1994. So that should be some type of resistance, as well as this one going down here from 621. That should put a resistance on the market. You can see it almost hit it there already, 1260. So somewhere around the 1260, 1270 area, I would think that we would get up to. You can obviously see this up in 2 days sideways, even up on a topping tail. It's still a bull flag. So you very well could go up a little bit more Monday and Tuesday, and then maybe roll over Wednesday, possibly with some false flag event on this countdown expiring on December 7th. So I mean, I don't know if it's real or not. To me, I view the Illuminati as a bunch of gangsters that are cowards that hide in the shadows and steal and rape and murder and eat people like vampires. So you know, I don't think they're going to go out there brazenly and put up a website with their own name on it and a secret countdown on it. That just doesn't make sense to me, because you know, they're most cowards hide in the shadows, and that's what they do. So you know, that means they'd put up some kind of website that has nothing to do with the Illuminati name. You know, like Legatus, for example. That's what I call hiding in the shadows. That's like a coward. They hide behind religion. You know, Legatus right here. You know, there's gangster number one right there. I wouldn't call him number one, but he's up there, along with Rockefellers and the Vanderbilts and the Warburgs, and you know, George Soros, Warren Buffett. They're all here. So I don't know what this means. February the 2nd through the 4th, are we going to have a top in the market then again? You know, it's possible. It's possible that could be a possible crash date. It's really hard to say at this point. But that's where they hide. See, they hide through these fake Catholic organizations that act like they're you know, worshiping God, and we all know it's they're worshiping Satan and killing and raping and murdering children in these ritual sacrifices that they do, and then eating them. So make no mistake about it, these are pure evil people, folks. Anyway, I digress. The 60-minute chart here, obviously you can see it is pointing down. This could lead to a choppy day if the ES is wanting to push up and the SPX is wanting to go down. You know, that can lead you to a choppy day on a Monday, not really going much of anywhere until this works its way down far enough, maybe to the 0 level. Then maybe it turns back up on the 60. And of course, on the 2 hour, we're in a similar situation. It has not worked off its overbought conditions. Should go down for a couple hours. Maybe put in a few bars here, 3 or 4 bars on Monday, negative, before it turns back up. That would lead you to believe another pause day maybe on Monday. Maybe slightly positive, slightly negative. I'm really not sure. But you got the ES and the SPX mixed. One's pointing down, one's pointing up. And here on the 4 hours, you can see it is very overbought, but not rolling over yet. So I'm still leaning to believe, folks, that we're going to end up with a top by Wednesday of this week. It just makes sense to me, you know, based upon based upon the charts. It just happens to coincide also with the Illuminati.org website and the countdown on it. So I don't know if that really, again, if that's real or not. But considering that the ES charts look like they want to recycle back up for tomorrow, the SPX looks like it wants to go down. They should fight each other on all time frames, and that would lead you to a choppy day, really not going anywhere much on Monday, even though it's up 7 points right now. I would suspect it will close positive, but I don't think it's going to be a huge up day, is what I'm saying. So just based upon the mixed charts. Okay, looking here, same thing. You can look at Ron Walker's charts here, and you can see that 60-minute chart here wants to roll down. It won't take it very long before it rolls down here and turns back up. By the time the end of the day, it'll turn right back up by the end of the day. So it might dip back down here maybe to 5 or I don't know if it'll make it to 0, but it should dip down and curl back up. Where this actually goes here on the dip down, I don't know. It depends on the volume, how light the volume. If the light volume, it might not go anywhere. It might just sit here and chop around right here at this 1240 area, and that'd be it. Then turn right back up and go right back up here and hit this line after that, and late into the day. And as you can see here, we still have not hit the 200 moving average at 1264. It will act like a magnet, so you probably can expect that to be hit, and I do think that that's what's going to happen. Here again on the full stochastics, you're still pointing up, and you could easily go up here to 80. This, just by looking at it here, this would easily be at least 2 days of up move before it finally rolls over. And this would also lead you to a couple of positive days right here. Get these bars up here a little bit. We're going to put in some negative divergence before it rolls over. And then the big question is, when it does roll over, is this going to be the start of our wave 3, or massive wave 3 that takes out 1274? Or is this just going to be a B leg down with a C up to follow up to 1300 something, which you could draw a line right there, draw it over to there, and very possibly, very possibly, that if you did that, that could actually be the February 2nd through the February 4th Legatus meeting. If you chop this out, you kind of went down here. That right there is going to provide a necktie of support when this crosses. So, you know, possibly you go down here for the B wave, then chop your way up there for the C wave into January, and maybe you top out by February 2nd. Remember what Lindsey Williams said, that they're not going to crash the market until 2012. Now, we don't know when. I'm only speculating again on the Legatus meeting being a top again in the market. It technically, when you look at this, it actually was a top on the let's see, what date was the October 23rd. Okay, it was off by, I guess, a little bit, so it wasn't quite a top. October 23rd, I believe, was this day right here, and they did trick us, and they went down and they went up, then they went down some more and went up, but it started its move down right after that. So I don't know, it certainly wasn't is what I wanted it to be. That one was off, certainly very frustrating. The one back here in May was dead on. This one, May the 2nd, was dead on. They did sell off after that. Rallied, of course, sold off some more, rallied, of course, sold off some more, but they end up dropping quite a bit from that May 2nd original high. So, you know, maybe we'll have the same thing on the February the 2nd through the 4th. If we crash, of course, it's another story. If we crash, you know, then obviously, we'd be rallying into the February 2nd period, and that might only be a pause and a continuation. Maybe that's when they put in QE 15 or something, you know. So that's very possible. But a crash would obviously take us down into deep into December, and towards the end of the month. I would think if it starts getting a multiple week crash, you would think at least 4 or 5 weeks down. And then you had one, and that really wasn't a down week, but 2, 3, let's just say 4 weeks in a row of down there. You would think on the next time down that it would be at least another 4 or 5 weeks, easily putting you through the end of December, and then you'd have to turn back and rally into January. So I'm not sure that that's what's going to happen. I'm thinking maybe maybe we don't get the crash that we're looking for until after, first of the year, like Lindsay said. So, but we'll see. We'll see what happens with the with this Illuminati.org date for December 7th. See if anything happens there. I don't think there will, but if there is, it'll still be a good turning point in the market. Whether it's a B wave down and a C up, I don't know. Anyway, that's about all. I don't want to do 2 videos. We'll keep it at 15 minutes. I'll try to do another video during the week. I just had a lot going on here lately, so I hadn't had a lot of time to write these long posts. I'm going to keep them short for now. And I will see you guys on the blog. Good luck, everyone.